I think we're live. Hopefully. Are we? Testing. Is this thing working? There we go. Alright. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know how much you heard, but my microphone died for a little bit. Okay, we're back. Good. I think I'm gonna have to get a new microphone. This one is dead. Hold on. Is this thing okay? I'm boomer at this. I'm sorry. I'm still crappy at this. Alright, there. Okay, now we're ready. So I'll be taking a political compass test today just because it's kind of the start of everybody's holidays, Christmas, Hanukkahs. I don't know what you celebrate, hopefully Christmas. And yeah. So yeah, this kind of kickstart off everybody's holidays. It's a little bit of a fun stream because really not much is going on except, you know, Joe Manchin just making people mad, which is kind of good, which is pretty good. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing this political compass test. If you have any questions in chat, I'll answer it because kind of the holidays, kind of want to have a good mood going to Christmas because I hope everyone has a phenomenal Christmas. But I'll make a video tomorrow and then I'll be off for like 2 or 3 days. So, there's that. All right, let's get started with this, everybody. Economic inequality is too high in the world. I agree. And I'm gonna piss off a lot of libertarians with this one, but it's true. It's economic inequality is high, way too high. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with, you know, the rich being that rich if everybody was fine, if there's like no huge issues with people's livelihoods, but there is. So I have to say I agree with this. I think it's a good answer. I think it is too high in the world. And yeah, so alright. So yeah, economic inequality is too high. So there we go. The government should be less involved in the day-to-day life of its citizens. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think the government should like stalk you or anything like that. That's why I agree with it. But at the same time, I don't think the government should not exist. There should be a government. I mean, people that say they shouldn't be, they're retarded, but that's what it is. I think it should be some government stuff. Not, you know, oh yeah, you must adhere to this. Like, you must watch a certain state-sponsored news network or anything like that, but the government should exist, though. The current welfare system should be expanded. No, strongly disagree. The current welfare system keeps people poor. That's just a fact. I mean, it keeps people poor, the current system. It's just a scam. I mean, it was created by Lyndon B. Johnson to essentially keep black people poor. That's why the current system was, created. That's my issue with it. It's purposely keeping people poor so they live off the government. So we gotta, fix the welfare system and make it just like a negative income tax system. Not UBI. That system's a scam, but a negative income tax, I think, would be the best one. Alright. In times of crisis, safety becomes more important than civil liberty. No, disagree. Look what happened after 2001. Multiculturalism is bad, yes. It's awful. Multiculturalism is just a scam. It's just a globalist agenda to get rid of national identity. That's what they want to get rid of. They want globalism everywhere. It's a scam. There we go. Okay. Victimless crimes should still be punished. Yeah, I mean, there's essentially no crimes that are not victimless. There's still always going to be a victim in most crimes, so you should still get punished. I mean, well, how do you define victimless? Like, oh, it may not hurt somebody. Alright. A person should be able to worship whomever, or whatever they want. I'm a Catholic, I'm neutral on this. I mean, I don't really care. I really do not care whatsoever. Two consenting individuals should be able to do whatever they want with each other. No! Disgusting. Get out of here, that degeneracy. You should not be able to do whatever you want to somebody else's body, even if you're consenting. In most circumstances, fine. But there's a lot of circumstances where it's like, no, stop it, please. Just stop. Alright. Only the government can fairly and effectively regulate... no, I disagree with this, that only the government can. Consumers can. We're seeing this with big tech. A lot of people are just leaving big tech. But I'm going to say neutral because the government can regulate effectively if done properly. So can consumers. So it's kind of like a 50-50 on that one. Holy shit, Scooter. Shut the hell up. Let's see here. I'm going to do a video about doing calculations how big the shift 2022 will be in every state based on how they shifted in 20. What? Okay. YouTube is being dumb right now. I don't know why YouTube is just being a scam right now. Scooter, no, I'm getting sick of this guy. I'm done with him. Just purpose trying to piss people off. Alright. Parents should hold absolute power over their children as they are older and more experienced. Yeah, mostly. Mostly. Not in some circumstances, no. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to change my kid's gender, do a forced sex change. No, you should not be allowed to do that stuff. But most of the time, yeah. It should be up to the parent. An individual's body is their own property. They should be able to do anything they desire to it. Okay. This is a double-edged sword. Because I do agree with choice of, what vaccines you want. But at the same time, this is asking for abortion. So generally disagree. I lean towards neutral disagree because the way it's worded. Does that include... I'm going to say disagree just because of the abortion part. Jury nullification should be illegal. No. Absolutely not. Jury nullification just is stupid. So essentially if a black guy shoots somebody and the jury's black, they could just say, oh no, we think the law is racist, so we're just going to say no. No, that's stupid. Alright. Well, what's going on here? Politics, enterprises. Do you think we should tax all economic transactions instead of income or consumption? Does that mean what would you call it then? What would you call that? Is that the stock or the bonds tax or whatever it's called? Like where you tax each transition? I guess. I mean, if you really want to, I think there should be a consumption tax, like basic sales tax. That's my opinion, but that's whatever. I think a sales tax would be better, but That's just overall whatever. Homosexuality is against my... Yes. Land should not be... No. That's a stupid question. Who would answer yes to this? You should be able to buy whatever land you want, unless you're, a foreign agent. State schools are a bad idea because our state shouldn't be... Yeah, I agree. The state should not be, influencing kids like, oh, you must adhere to a certain religion now. I would be fine with that, but they shouldn't be. A deposit tax. No. Your screen shows question 13. I know that I was asking somebody in chat, answer somebody's question in chat. The police were not created to protect the people, but no. Disagree, that's stupid. The harder you work, the more you progress up the social ladder. That's how it should be, but the current system, you just gotta, bend over backwards for certain people, so neutral. Communism is an ideal that can never work, yes, it can never work. It will never, ever work. I mean, communism is one of those things that it will not work. It factually cannot work. I mean, you're asking people to not function like people. It's not going to happen. Death penalty, yes, strongly agree. Strength is necessary for any government. I mean, strongly agree. If the government has no strength, I mean, it's worthless. I mean, it does nothing if it has no strength to it. If it has no meat on the bones, it's nothing. It's just a bone. So, yes. Animals deserve certain... Yes, I strongly agree. If you, torture an animal, you should get the book thrown at you. You're disgusting when you do that. If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. Neutral, because you could still fear some stuff. I mean, if you have personal information you don't want, somebody knowing, you could still fear, being watched. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a neutral on that one. A government that provides for everyone is inherently a good idea. No. Some people should not get some stuff, so no. The government should have provide emergency services and law enforcement. Disagree. That should not be the sole duty of the government. The sole duty of the government should be help everybody, help people, not just provide some services and leave. Organizations and corporations cannot be trusted and need to be regulated by the government. Generally agree. There should be some regulation. Because, you can't just have an unregulated economy. I mean, it's just stupid. You need some regulation. I'm not saying, Obama-level regulation where it's you breathe improperly, you get $10,000 fine. I'm saying you should, treat your workers somewhat well, not just bullshit. Taxation of the wealthy is a bad idea. Society would be better without. Oh, I'm gonna piss off people no matter how I answer this. Now, the wealthy should pay taxes. People that say they should pay less taxes, like some libertarians propose, that's dumb. But at the same time, if you just tax wealthy people, it's not gonna work. You need to have a balanced tax system that, the wealthy pay a little bit more, but at the same time, you don't have somebody making $80,000 a year pay nothing in taxes. That's a stupid system. But I do think I would neutral because it's kind of a weird question. Class is the primary Oof. This is a tough one. This is a doozy right here. Class is the primary. Class and race or nationality is. That's what I think it is. This is a tough one because you could consider nationality the primary one, but at the same time you could consider class the primary one. Ooh, I'm neutral. I'm unsure about that. Don't really know. Society requires structure, bureaucracy, in order to function. Disagree. It doesn't need it, but some bureaucracy does help with government, government actually functioning, but not extreme levels. Laws based on cultural values rather than ethical ones aren't just... Fuck off. Transgender individuals should not be able to... Strongly agree, they should not be allowed to adopt children. That's disgusting. They should not be allowed to. Because, here's the sad fact about it. What is, the percent of, transgender people that have a mental disorder is, 80%? Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. That's not good odds. Charity is the better way of helping people rather than social welfare. I mean, yeah, but current charity programs are just scams or Ponzi schemes. They don't really help people anymore. It is human nature to be greedy. Yeah, it's human nature. One cannot be moral without religion. I generally agree with that. I don't think sometimes if you're not religious, you could still be moral, but generally speaking, if you're religious, you're moral. So, I think that's the best answer. And I'm going to piss off some people with that. Drugs are harmful and should be banned. Generally speaking, yeah. Gender is a social construct. No. Wait. What? I'm making sure I'm reading this right. Ooh, this is a weird one. I'm making sure I'm not reading this wrong. Chad, if I'm reading this wrong, can anybody say exactly what this means? Because this is one of those questions where you gotta make sure it's worded not fucked up. I don't know. Let's see what chat has to say. Should we go back to state legislators electing senators? Yeah, there should be. There has to be accountability. That's the best way to do it. I don't know about this one. I don't know. The way it's worded, this is my issue with a lot of these tests. They're worded so poorly. A lot of these questions. I say agree on 35. This is a weird one. I'm making sure I'm reading this right because this doesn't seem right. Strongly disagree. It's worded poorly. That's my issue with it. Okay, if it says it's made up, then strongly disagree. The smaller the government, the freer the people. I mean, most of the time, yeah. If the government doesn't exist, then yeah, people are free to do whatever they want, but... Yeah, I'm just making sure. No, because some of these questions are so poorly worded that I don't want to, get it wrong. Wages are always fair as employers. No, they're never always fair. I mean, if you know Economics 101, half the time employers or employees get screwed over, so it's not always fair for each side. Alright, there we go. Old industry, no. Without democracy, a society is nothing, disagree. Mandatory ID should be used to ensure, no. Outside of voting, no. You should not have to show your ID just to, leave your house. Stop. Sometimes it is right that the government may spy on its citizens. No. You have no right to spy on your own citizens. Autonomy of the body extends even to minors and mentally inserious criminals. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You should not be forced to get shit injected in you unless you're a really bad person, but freedom of business is the best practical way a society can... Authority figures, if morally correct, are a good thing for society. I mean, yeah. Exploitation is an outdated term as the struggles of 18... Oh, no! No, stop. Strongly disagree. Alright. Oh, what the fuck? Well, that's a curse result. That's interesting. I don't know, that's a weird one. That doesn't seem that right. That result does not seem right at all. Okay then. That's a curse. That's cursed. That doesn't seem right. Did I screw up somewhere? What? I swear some of those questions are just no. You got my authority. That doesn't seem right. I should be like up here somewhere. Not here. Alright, we gotta make sure. Did I do that correctly? Did I not screw up any questions? Okay, I think that I should be like somewhere up here, but whatever. The test is not always gonna be 100%. Redo. Should I just take the 8 values test? Should I just take the 8 values? What did you expect? I expected to be up in the bit more in the blue. I think the 8 values test may be a bit better. Rap is a no. No, this is just a freaking. This is so stupid. Yeah, do 8 people are saying new values. I'll do new values. I haven't seen that one yet. All right. I want to take 8 values. I'm taking new values. This seems a lot better. Why not? Yeah, I'll just do the other one because that doesn't seem right. Some of those questions I think like inflated my Liberty result because I said you have the right to, your body, but it's poorly worded. So I guess it means that private property should be defended. Yes, the right of peaceful protest shall never be infringed upon. Yes, if you peacefully protest, I don't care. I don't care what you're peacefully protesting. As long as you're not harming anybody, I don't care. Free of the markets and free of the people. Generally, I guess agree. What's the one that Ben Shapiro did? The shitty one. Welfare should be cut or completely abolished to cut government spending. Yeah, a lot of it's bloated. You can do the same result with less money. It's just the way we do it right now. We spend way too much money on bureaucrats, and not a lot of the money actually goes to people. Money should be that's stupid. Tariffs on international trade are important, yes. Rent should be It'd be best if social programs were, yeah. Perfect world, yeah, I could see that. Social programs and, I'd rather have charity programs. Taxes should be increased on the, Generally, no. I think the taxes should be lower for lower income people and a little bit higher for higher wealth people, not just jack it up like AOC wants. Inheritance is a legitimate form of wealth. Yeah, it is. Are you Catholic? Yes. Basic utilities like roads and Government intervention should be initiated rarely, if ever. Disagree. If there's a lot of monopolies, they should be involved a little bit more. Those with a greater ability to pay or should receive better healthcare. Yeah, if you want plastic surgery and you have $10 million in the bank, go ahead. Materialism is a poison in society. Materialism. I'm making sure that I know this correctly. Let's see here. Yeah, strongly agree. I double check, and yeah, that's what I thought. The means of production should be United Nations, no. The United Nations is a scam. People who actually think it's good, they're dumb. The United Nations has done nothing. They just send what are those watchers? I think that's what they're called, and just watch. They don't do anything. Nations are simply social No, fuck off. Individualism is inferior. No, individualism is one of the best ideas ever. Ideals. International groups do not have the right to intervene against independent nations. Yeah, a lot of the UN, they should not be allowed to do whatever they want. Can the GOP find a balance between conservatism and libertarianism? Depends what you mean by that. If you mean on libertarianism, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, sure. But if you're talking about pro-choice, fuck off with that. They're called UN observers. I'm sorry. They're UN watched, whatever. They don't do anything. They don't do anything either way. They're useless. All right. How would you rank these 5 candidates? Hawley, DeSantis, Gray. Let's see here. Number 1 is DeSantis. 2 is Hawley. 3 is Gianforte. 4 is Youngkin. 5 Bishop. We should strive to a more global world past. No! I support international military alliances such as CSTO, NATO. Depends. If it's regional, sure, but I don't like this global garbage alliance. It's no. Wars do not need to be justified. Strongly disagree. They should always be justified. State-sponsored media is preferable to... No. Well, corporate media, sure, but not independent media. My nation should be free to decide its own future. I mean, yeah. Strongly agree. They should not be adhere to the UN garbage. Let's see here. Every opinion is equal and should be locked as such by society, or be looked as such as by society. I mean, yeah. Well, disagree. Some opinions are just wrong. Just factually incorrect. Hold on. I can no longer support Trump after endorsing... Did he endorse the fucking boosters? You're kidding me. Did he just endorse the boosters? You're kidding me. Hold on. Trump boosters. Oh my god, he did. Fucking useless. Come on. He really just endorsed the boost. Whatever, at this point, I'm not even... He's not learning. Are you shitting me? Regional unions such as the European Union are desirable? No. What in the hell? Oh, economic independence, yeah. Some parts of tradition should be no. Religious revival is necessary, yes. Pornography gives a... Yes. The police are a group of bandits that are only there to disagree. We should focus on rehabilitation instead of punishment. I generally agree. I think we should have focused on rehabilitation for most people. Some people, no. They should just get punishment. But... he just told Candace Owens that nobody died after the vet. That motherfucker. God damn it. Absolutely useless. Oh my god. If this was a YouTube, I would be going on a rant right now, because this is ridiculous. I don't give a fuck if Trump doesn't support the mandate. How can he just say what he said, like, no one has died from it? Stop. My freaking god, Trump. Right. Your opinion on the news of Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin is single-handedly saving this country. The French Revolution was more of a negative for our world than anything. Ooh, I do like Napoleon. But he technically really didn't become leader till, like, after the revolution. Ooh, neutral. I think that the French Revolution had good parts. Some parts were bad. But Napoleon, I like him. The state should be as small as possible. Neutral. The government surveillance is a necessary evil. No, it's not necessary. The state should be abolished in favor of... No! That's... Anarchism is just a scam. Freaking useless. There's no such thing as victimless crimes. Oh, crimes have victims. Yes. I mean, if you're a drug dealer and give drugs to somebody, that's your issue. Freedom of speech in regard to the law is a human right. Well, yeah. Pyrocracy. Is that like what China's known for? Let's see here. Well, I'm double checking because some of these words... Oh yeah, this. Just like hierarchy. I mean, neutral. We should return to tradition without modern convenience. Yes. I would rather have, 1950s standard of living in return of that culture. So yeah. Trump needs to choose between the I made the vaccine folks totally safe and the vaccine bad, very dangerous. No, he just has to say, look, if you are high risk, you should probably get the vaccine. If you're not high risk, you probably shouldn't. That's what he has to say. That's it. Nothing else with, you should get the booster. What the If well compensated, eminent domain, the taking of property is acceptable. Well, yeah. If you get properly compensated, it doesn't harm any. If it really doesn't harm you, then sure. Political diversity, multi-party system, anarchy should be removed and opposed. Yes, we need to establish the aristocrat style of government, defend the tradition. Well, kind of. If it means defending tradition, sure, I would be fine with that. Alright. Degeneracy is a real problem that we shouldn't take... Yes, it's a huge problem. Urban society is inferior to all others, yes. Exurban society is the best. You know, like, not really rural, not really suburbs, somewhere in between. That's the best type. Suburbs are cool, but, you know, it's there. There's some suburbs that are just bad. Like every suburb in California. We need to accelerate technological growth. Not really. The practice of animal testing should be banned. Neutral. There should be some... I'm fine with some animal testing, but we should not be doing some of the things we're doing, especially with a certain Fauci did in China, we should not be doing, but... Women need to reject traditionalism as an abuse. No! You should not reject it. You should embrace it. I mean, just traditionalism is based, so either the state or the community should have regulations to protect the environment. Yeah, that's common sense. Opposition to my system isn't acceptable. Sure. There's no such thing as equality in the world. Disagree. There is equality, just right now it's not really being embraced that well. Where's the Discord server? It's being made right now. That's all I can say. It is important that we maintain the traditions, yes. I see no nationality, race, religion, or other things. I only see fellow human beings. Generally agree. If you're an American, I don't care. But some instances, not really. Cultures always change. Focus too much on them should be avoided. No. Drugs should be... Use should be looked down upon in our society, yeah. Same-sex marriage should be defended. No! Same-sex marriage is disgusting. It should not be allowed. Now, there's a difference between a marriage and a civil union. If it's a civil union, I don't care, because that's just more for tax purposes. But a marriage, you're infringing upon religious liberty. So that's why I'm saying that. We must protect... No. You shouldn't... If you're a transgender person, no. You need mental help. Sex outside of marriage is sinful. I mean, yeah. If we accept migrants at all, it is important. Yes. Abortion is a disgusting act that is similar to murder. It is murder. It should be charged as the same. Gun ownership should be prohibited for those. No. There should be basically no restriction for gun ownership. That's just stupid. I desire a public form of healthcare, either provided by the state or community. I said this months ago. I support a community-style healthcare system where it's like, okay, we give towns like these grants, and they can make their own little healthcare plan in their township or county. That's, I think, the best way to do a public option, not federal, because each county needs different needs. Prostitution is a deplorable act, yes. Maintaining family values is essential, strongly agree. Whistleblowers should be prosecuted under the law. Neutral. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Transhumanism is a valid goal. Freaking I'm double checking because, you know. Yeah, no. Absolutely not. No. Immigration is no. Strongly disagree. While I care about human life outside my country, the priority of our government should be, yes, it should be, the government's purpose should be to protect the people, not something happening in the Middle East. Who cares? Tolerance isn't something we should strive for as a nation, as it creates a weak nation, agree. Homogeneity is necessary to keep order. Oh yeah, I agree with that. Thoughts on economic left-wing conservative ideologies like Christian Democrats, conservative socialists, nationalists, social dems. Socialists, no, I cannot agree with socialists on anything. But Christian Democrats and like nationalist social democrats, I like those. Social democrats, I agree with on some economic issues. But socialists, no. I wish to see massive wealth distribution. No. Marriage is an important part of society that should be defended, yes. Space exploration should be a priority for us. I mean, why not? I'm neutral. I don't really care. If you want to, go to space. It's a one-way ticket. You're not coming back. Wrongful behaviors of companies are caused by by governmental regulations. No. Sometimes this is true, though. Like what happened in the late 2000s. Like what happened with like Amazon and stuff. They did some bad stuff, but I hate defending Amazon and a couple other companies. They kind of had to do some bad things because the government had some pretty absurd regulations. But generally, no. Patriarchy isn't just real, but it should be removed. What? What the fuck? Oh, yeah, this scam. Get out of here. Let's see here. Muslims in my school literally snort real flour. What? The classification of men and women are social. Fuck off. Vaccinations should be voluntary. Yes. Look, I'm generally speaking pro-vax. In most instances, for like actual viruses that like have an actual high death rate. If it doesn't, you should not be forced to. Class is meaningless and is only a term abused by the radical left. Disagree on that. That there is serious problems with that class. There is classified America, but not the weird woke way the left is trying to say. If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to fear. Disagree. Racist social construct. Fuck off. Okay. I got conservatism. God, what is my liberty axis? That's just weird. 8 values. I got conservatism. Okay. So, that's weird. What? That's strange. That's off. That doesn't seem right. Civil axis mod. Well, I have taken kind of the, I'm kind of getting a bit more, I don't know, but the economic axis part, that doesn't seem right. That should be like 60-40. I have gotten a bit more right-wing on economics lately, but I've gotten more traditional on social issues, more nationalist. That it used to be like 70%, now it's like 72%. Civil axis, that's strange. That is really weird. But yeah, I think I did both the tests, and generally speaking, that's kind of proved that center right, so I guess right on economic issues, but right to, right on social issues. Economics, I don't agree with that, though. That doesn't seem right. There really wasn't that many pure economic questions. There were some, like, social economic policies, but that's about it. COVID made my liberty values grow. That's probably what it is, because the vaccination part where I don't really care. It should not be forced upon any people. So, that's strange. But how did I only get 72% nation? That's odd. That is really strange. Alright, I'm not from America, but the cultural difference I got hit when going to high school was so bad. Half the class smokes and is Muslim and does all the haram stuff. What is haram? I don't want to know. Do you think the GOP should move left on economics to appeal to Hispanics while working? Okay, what do you mean by left? You talk about populist ink wants where it's like, yeah, we should nationalize healthcare, or is it just like, we should probably, create a healthcare plan that's community based? Yes. It just depends what you mean by left, because there's like populist ink left and like, common sense left on economic issues. I mean, populist ink, they want to increase immigration. That's enough said. But if you're talking about like getting some kind of healthcare plan that I talked about, last year, then yeah, but I got 69.6% market, nice. 77.4% nationalist, 74% liberal. Ew. Well, that's probably because the mandates and stuff. That probably is the reason. So yeah, I think that's everything. That's kind of the special. We've been streaming for 40 minutes. Jesus. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal Christmas break. I think I'm going to end it here. Alright. So, look up Pedro Gonzalez on Twitter. I don't like Pedro. I'm not a big fan of Pedro. I had my issues with him. He is not a trustworthy person. So I hope everybody enjoyed this live stream. I guess it's kind of a fun thing. Let's see. Haram is very bad stuff in Islam. Drugs, vape, okay. So I hope everyone's having a phenomenal Christmas holiday break. Wherever, hopefully you better celebrate Christmas, but if you don't, seek mental help. But hope everyone's having a phenomenal Christmas break. This is kind of the kind of a special, you know, kind of like just relaxing, because, you know, I'm kind of, you know, wanted to give like a little bit of a break, you know, from all the political stuff and just have a little bit more fun when to make these videos. There should be a video out tomorrow. And I'll probably take like a couple days off for Christmas. I've been busy lately, but yeah. What's wrong with Pedro? He's a shill. That's what I'm going to say. Alright. And he's just, yeah. Merry Christmas. Yeah, hope everyone has a phenomenal Christmas. Yeah, so next couple of videos, a bit more lighthearted. Kind of just relaxed because it's Christmas. It's looking like Maggie Hassan will win. Yeah. Break from politics. Well, I should say break from politics. I should say like a break from like kind of like the breaking news stuff. More like just, you know, talk basic, you know, political stuff. I may do a video on, you know, basic economic stuff. You know what I'm talking about, people. So yes, hope everyone has a phenomenal Christmas. If you enjoyed this stream, hit the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes. Reminder, the new Discord server will be coming soon. We'll be fighting against big tech. Got some big news coming soon with that. And yes, hope everyone has a phenomenal Christmas. If I do not upload tomorrow, sorry. Kind of busy lately. But yes, thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes. Hope everyone has a phenomenal Christmas, and we'll see you guys in the next video.